So anyways, Jen does not have the turn 1 Delver here. I don't think we're going to have to wait any longer for him to play a threat, though. Query on Dryad. Just a 1-1 for now. Lowly little 1-1.
Whooper plays with all the old cards.
Yep. A cube player that probably was in his cube not long ago. Hexproof. And does that get? It only gets one bigger, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because it's whenever he plays like a non-green spell, so it doesn't count for both. As he digs for dice. And Robert's at 18.
It doesn't look like he hit anything off that.
Nope. We have a Let's Go Whooper chant going, I think, in the play area.
Yep.
Starting to hear that come through the
I
walls.
think we're going to see...
No favoritism.
I believe... do I see an auger? Do you see an auger?
I see a spell rupture, though. Syncopate. So just some counter magic for Mr. Richmond.
Which is good, because it'll still grow his Queering Druid.
Yep.
No. A card I'm kind of weird to see, like, he has 4 Thought Scour, but... Oh, okay, he does have 4 Think Twice, too.
Let's get a 3/3 here. And we'll get a Snapcaster. And he'll probably Rapid Hybridization it again, right?
Just Snapcaster, right?
And I would just do the 3/3.
But he's going to turn his Snapcaster into a 3/3.
Yeah, that's true. That seems better.
And make his Queering a
Yeah.
5/5.
Definitely better. He doesn't have any, like... oh, this is silly. Yeah, we can discuss any of the deck lists that you'd like to see. I'll give you a rundown of it again right now. As far as his land goes, 4 Breeding Pool, 4 Hinterland Harbor, 2 Cavernous Souls, 7 Islands, and 2 Forests. 4 Delver, 4 Query on Dryad, 4 Snapcaster, 3 Augur of Bolas, 4 Simic Charm, 3 Syncopate, 4 Thought Scour, 3 Spell Rupture, 2 Rune Chanter's Pike, 4 Think Twice, 4 Unsummon, and 2 Rapid Hybridizations.
Another island for Whooper. And he's swinging now. And I think he's going to...
Jump and drop to 15 as he takes 3 damage from the Frog Mutant.
Would you just take the 5 there and get rid of the Frog Mutant? Because you're just leaving 8 now on the board rather than 5 for next turn.
I think it might be best on the event that you, like, draw a Devour Flesh. Like, it just makes that card more alive. But he's in Rob's in a bad way.
Yeah, especially without that 4th mana.
Yep. Think Twice for an Augur for John.
Think Twice is amazing with the Queer Druid. You're just getting 2 draws, 2 counters. And I gotta expect that he's gonna flash this back.
Yeah.
And now a 7 power Queer Druid.
Yeah, Dryad.
Don't ever correct me.
Don't ever get it wrong.
So now he does have the
I was
Augur.
disciplined. I waited till like the 4th or the 5th one.
That's fine. Tomato, tomato.
And
So he's coming in. We're
yeah.
going to see the chump. Another 3. Should take him to 13.
And we gotta thank Whooper for this. He's jumping our viewership here by quite a bit. So thank you very much for all of you for tuning in. This is the semifinals of the Game Course Season 3 Open Standard event. Winner here wins $1,000 store credit. GameCoreOnline.com is the new website that's going to be launching for the store in the middle of next week. We'll be doing a prize giveaway here, and it looks like Robert's just going to pack them up.
Now, is this a deck that we know that Whooper has built? Like, is this something he brewed?
No, I mean, this has been around a little bit. It won a PTQ recently, and I'm not sure if that's where he got it from, but just a commanding victory there. Just an unanswered Dryad the whole way. So, great job there by John.
To be fair, this is the first time I've seen Rob's kind of stumble with land.
Yeah.
A little bit. But
I don't think he had the verdict to cast, even if he'd hit the land.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. So.
No, I didn't either. But let's see what John's going to bring in over Rob here. His whole side deck looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, just extra copies of things that are going to...
2 Negate, a Dissipate, an Augur of Bolus, Talrand Sky Summoner, 3 of those. Why not?
Yeah.
2 Memories Journey. Now, does that, like, prevent against mill a little bit? I think I might be missing that. And he has a Mizium skin, too, which I love.
Memory's Journey is going to... Target player shuffles 3 cards from their graveyard back to their library. So I think that's more for the Unburial Rights player.
Yeah. Seems fine.
But not awful against the Snapcaster player, either.
No.
And what's great is it has flashback, so it's going to get...
Yeah.
Counters on that Queer and Druid.
Dryad. Even though it flashes back for a green mana, it flashes back as a blue spell and still puts the counter on it. That's pretty clutch. John did.
Looks like Augur of Bolus is coming out. It's actually surprising because it seems like Augur is one of those cards that it finds you the copies of things that grows your Dryad and helps you fight off some of Rob's advantage.
While further growing their Dryad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we all get a good look at just how fast John can shuffle. It's pretty impressive. I don't know how he's keeping track of anything. It must just be random.
I hope so. If he's keeping track of shuffling, we got a different problem.
Well, how many, what card goes in what pile to evenly distribute it? I don't know. That's what I do. Piles of 5, even. I don't have patience for more than 5 piles. So do you think Rob's going to be able to do much better in this one? I feel like Azorius Charm's really good in the matchup.
Yeah, but he's got the Mizium skin. He's got the...
Yeah, you have to think he brought that in.
The Simic Charms.
Yep.
I mean, he kind of has for everything that Rob has, he's got like the opposite.
Right.
The protection. And he has probably the most negation that Rob's come up against today.
Yeah, this tempo deck has more counter spells than any of the control decks in the format do.
Yeah.
It's because it's not easy to just make Spell Rupture good.
Well, it looks like they're about ready to get to it. Or if they're back to shuffling.
Is it a mulligan each, or
no? I
just still?
I think Rob was finishing sideboarding, and Whooper just decided to go back for one more time. Not like it takes him very long.
Yeah, I always do that. I'm like, I'm not just going to sit here and do nothing.
So how many people do we have on our live stream over there?
32 at the moment. Enough for the extra boost to the giveaway. So $10 when we think of our trivia question here.
Very nice.
We'll get that out to you guys after game 2 here.
How many cards can Whooper shuffle per second?
It's not a small number. All right, it looks like John has an opening hand here. A couple of lands, 2 or 3 at least. See an unsummon, a Delver. So I expect him to keep.
It's interesting, the unsummon, we were talking about that earlier today on the way up here being a little more relevant, and I think he plays Fog as well.
In the sideboard, 4 of, yeah. Some cards that used to never ever be constructed playable, finding a way.
We were talking, Sam Black wrote the article on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of called the Turbo Fog deck becoming a thing a little bit.
And there's a Delver.
Yep. So some crazy shenanigans are going out in the main room. We're gonna take a peek of the outside camera. No, the camera. We'll let the streamer see what's going on. I don't know if you guys can hear all the yelling, but it's pretty insane. It looks to be related to this other match here, the Leland Michael Cruz match. And we see the Delver get Azorius Charmed. And, you know,
And another Delver.
no big deal.
Although he's drawing a Delver, so...
I just wish people got excited about Magic here at GameCore, because there's still just a ton of yelling going on out there.
It's like a library out
Yeah,
there.
and even looking at it, everybody looked happy. Nobody looked mad. It's all happy yelling.
So we got a Thought Scour. He's got an interesting choice here. He's going to mill himself. To try to hit an instant or sorcery. See if it pays off. No, it looks like he drew that Rune Chanter Spike. So, bold move, Cotton. Land's going to drop down. It looks like he's just going to come in for 1. So next turn, do you think he's going to try and stick this pike?
I think it kind of depends. Like, you might wait and see if there's able to be any counter spells drawn out.
It's going to be a Snapcaster Thought Scour here, right?
You have to think so.
We're going to see a Devour Flesh come down, forcing the Delver off the table. And I think Rob's saying, well, no, while it's on the stack. He's going to unsummon. Wow. Just used a nice little trick to keep his Delver alive while the Snapcaster is on the stack.
We'll
And I
have
think
to let the judge sort it out.
yeah. I think they're showing I think Whooper's trying to say that his Snapcaster was still on the stack when Devour Flesh is going off.
Right, like he's responding to the unsummon.
Yeah, and pretty key play. So looks like the judge is just going to work this out really quick.
Yeah. Do the best he can anyways. Oh, chat's funny.
I think Devour Flesh, is the judge trying to say that it's going to get the Devour Flesh? See, I wouldn't have thought so because it was on the stack still. Swooper does not want to give up this point, though. Which, I don't blame him.
No, I mean each player's. Both of these guys are regulars. They've known each other a long time. They're each just kind of stating what they think happened.
Yeah, well, the Snapcaster came in, and while it was on the stack, he Devour Fleshed to get rid of the Delver, and then Unsummon came down for Whooper. So Unsummon happens. Delver's Snapcaster's still on the stack,
right.
And the Devour Flesh should get nothing.
Right.
But I don't know.
The unsummoned was not a result of the Snapcaster Mage?
No, it was in Whooper's hand.
Okay.
But after 10 hours of magic, or 9 hours of magic, at a... Yeah, okay. So the judge came to the same conclusion.
Yep.
Whooper's going to untap, and...
Bill Carrick doing good work as always.
Yes, I believe he's going to try and play this pike while he can.
Are our life totals correct? Devour Flesh hit nothing.
I believe...
yeah, and then it was like an immediate
I think
Azorius
Delver
Charm
got
on the
in for
Delver.
one. We could be off by one.
Robert went first, and it was a turn 1 Delver that on turn 2 got Azorius Charmed by Robert, so I think it is 2020.
Then he played his second Delver and swung.
Yeah. Isn't that what got Devour Flesh, though? And then, therefore, unsummoned before combat damage? It seems right.
That
I don't
judge
know.
call was so long.
Yeah, right. That's a supreme verdict, and we'll get a. The life totals aren't very incorrect, so we'll get a adjustment soon.
Just Whooper milling himself to get that pike into play. I think he's got a rewind in his hand as well. But there's the pike. Now something's got to happen.
Yeah, it was good to resolve it, but I like the discipline not to do anything here, just kind of get 2 damage in.
He does have
2
that.
damage since you walked back in to Robert.
He does have a Thought Scour in his hand, and he leaves up counter magic.
So 13 to 18 for life totals here. Tragic slip. Simic Charm. +3/+3. There it is.
Does have the Simic Charm. Now, which one do you think he did?
+3/+3.
Giving it hexproof? Just
Either way, you get the second removal spell in response.
yeah.
So you just go for the one that's more damage. Good luck to us trying to keep track of this
Not if it was
Rune
an,
Chanter
not
spike.
if it was an Azorius Charm though,
But he does have an ultimate price, so we don't have to keep track of that Rune Chanter spike.
right? Though,
What's that?
if he has an Azorius Charm, it's an attacking creature.
Yep.
So if he gives it hexproof, doesn't have to worry about walking into that.
Robert will go to 15, and John will go down to 16 after the Obsidat gets resolved.
It's a great card for Rob.
Yep. Has to get on the aggressive at some point here, and it helps him on the defensive too.
For as much as I love Wooper's deck, I almost want it to go to a game 3.
We gotta call him John though.
John. For as much as I like John's deck, I really want to see a 3rd game just so we could see more of this match.
Mm-hmm. John continues to lay threats, and John will drop to 14, while Robert will go up to 17.
I like that he left feigning dissipate just in case. Didn't just.
He might.
that
I think he
though.
has a dissipate.
Huh?
I think he has a dissipate.
Well, just in case, you know.
Yeah.
His opponent doesn't know that, but
John will take 5 here, drop down to 12.
just instead of just snap equipping that Rune Chanter spike. So ideally, he wants to draw a land here, so he's got rewind and
Robert has syncopate back up for anything.
I think
John wants to try to resolve.
and that looks like
Query on Dryad?
I can't tell if it's a land or
It's a Dryad.
oh.
Not really the right time to draw a Dryad, but a second creature's not bad when you're fighting a deck that has Edict
Yeah, I think
effects.
any creature's good time when you have a pike out. Especially when the pike looks like it's going to pump like 8 or 9.
A lot. And John will get the Dryad into play. Robert can't have much going on left in his hand. I think that's a Restoration Angel, which he'll use to get an extra leech off the Obsidat, I would think. So what's our life totals? 11-9? Okay. Yep, 11-9 here, and it's going to be 9-11 now, Robert. I think I actually put that the wrong way. I'm sorry.
It's the other way. And shoot 13-7.
And we got a chump block by the Dryad on the Obsidat. And John's going to hope to be able to punch through enough damage. Really would have liked an unsummon here, but would have just gotten cast again. So really not the ideal play. And there's a syncopate in Robert's hand, so I think he's likely to have the advantage. John's going to cast a Think Twice. A lot of counter spells that don't do him much good right now because Abzadot's already on the board. John can no longer attack. I don't think he has a creature. Is that a Talrand actually that he drew? Yeah, I think it is.
This should do it.
Yep. John's only going to gain 1.
He's going to realize when the Abzadot comes back.
Yep. He'll drop to 5. And we'll go to game 3. So Rob's able to even it up 1-1. And these guys get one step closer towards the $1,000 grand prize that's at stake here. Maybe we'll take a peek at the room here, see if we can... well, clearly, Mike and Leland have finished up, so we'll be headed pretty quickly into the finals here. And you can see the owner of the store, John Gopinski, on the right of the screen there. As always, just hanging out with his players and ready to see who's going to get the prize money here. So we'll be with you shortly here. We're going to get your trivia question figured out, and we'll be ready to go.
Felt the need to like send somebody in and try to pull viewers. Like,
I don't know that he's actually affiliated, but
well, I mean, he might not.
all right. Well, as we watch these guys go ahead and shuffle up before their game 3, we'll go ahead and give you guys the trivia question. Remember that you'll be submitting the answer to the trivia question on the GameCore Facebook page. While you're there, be sure to like us and share a link on your Facebook to this stream. We'll be doing a $10 giveaway currently because we got up to 25 people on the stream. If you get up over 50, I'll make sure we got a nice, good-sized giveaway here for the finals. And that will be in store credit, available on the GameCoreOnline.com website, launching this week. We're very excited about that. We look forward to being able to expand and bring you guys a lot bigger events, a lot better coverage. We're going to upgrade a bunch of our equipment, get everything looking a lot crisper. And but anyways, we're very excited about what's going on here at GameCore, and we hope you guys are too. To get to the trivia question, again, private message on the Facebook page is how you're going to be answering it. But for the GameCore Championship Series Limited Open that is going to be taking place on, I thought I had the date on my screen here, Saturday, May 25th, 2013, at GameCore in Erie, Pennsylvania. What packs will you be receiving to build your sealed deck with? You'll be getting 6 packs, and you're going to tell me how many of what set will you be opening. Send that in a message to the GameCore Facebook page, and you'll be winning a $10 store credit with GameCoreOnline.com.
If I know, can I chime in?
No, Vince.
Okay.
That would be cheating.
So while we wait, is there anything in Dragon's Maze that you're excited about?
Yep.
Is it everything?
Yeah, Dragon's Maze, mostly for the most part. I don't know what anybody was talking about. They said there was a Brainstorm reprint. I immediately checked, just to be sure. There's no such thing happening.
If they did,
Unless
they
it's
probably
an
added-
homage,
They
right?
probably added two
Right.
to it.
Nothing actually in blue, though, so unless it's multicolored. But if whoever that was, if you want to give me a name specifically. But no, I'm very, very excited about the format. I really love Bloodlord of Viscopa. I really can't wait to start shuffling that guy up and
Get yours now, guys.
yeah,
They're going to go up.
I do think the what's it called? Pre-sale price is pretty low for him.
Yeah.
So I expect that to climb.
And remember us when they do.
No matter what the market says the price is, that's what John's going to sell him at, I promise. It'll be in that range. All right, and congratulations to Matt Bolin, who's going to be the winner of the $10 gift card here, or what's it called? Giveaway. I don't know, store credit prize.
Nice job,
Congratulations,
Matt. Nice job, Matt.
And also, anybody else who's interested, there's a giveaway section on the Facebook page. Since you're there to submit your answer to our trivia question, and you're liking our page and sharing all of our awesome things that are up there, you may as well enter for a chance to win a $25 gift card right there on Facebook. So,
Looks like Whooper's looking at his hand pretty intently right here because he might be thinking about a mulligan. And after losing that second game, he wants to make sure that he's got everything in his power to kind of battle against this Esper deck. And he thinks he does, so here we go. Just a pass back.
John, you gotta go.
Thought Scour into a Thought Scour. Which is pretty good when you're on that
The Pike plan.
pike plan. And I love that John plays with all the older cards and the textless cards, and
Keeping us on our toes.
looks like he's going to get rid of that Rest in Peace, which seems pretty good against this.
Strong
This
plan,
green-blue Delver.
I suppose. Lost a Talrand. Picks up an Augur Bolus, though. Doesn't have a creature, so there he goes casting it. See what he's able to pick up along with it.
Think twice. He lays a land and passes. This looks like another one of those solid game threes. Nobody's stumbling in the beginning. Everybody's doing what they want to be doing. And John's going to turn his auger sideways for 1 point and hit Rob down to 19.
And we did just catch word. Leland was not able to pull out his game, so Michael Cruz, I believe, was his opponent, and he will be in the finals, facing off against the winner of this one.
Rob should be at 19. Looks like we get an ultimate price.
What was all the yelling for?
Okay.
And a Mizium skin comes down, so he did bring it in. Rob has to read it real quick. And that's a lot to protect this this auger. Because of the rapid hybridization, he's going to put that to a 3/3, which is going to be immediately tragic slipped. which we saw how powerful the rapid hybridization was earlier in Game 1 when John got totally out of reach against Robert with it.
How bad was that alternate price right there?
And it looks like he's going to give it hexproof.
Why wouldn't you
And
shoot
saves
the
it.
token later? That way you can't unsummon an augur or bolus, get a replay of the token.
Well, which of these decks do you think is going to have a better time facing off against the Reanimator opponent that whoever wins is bound to have?
I'm going to give it to John.
Robert takes 3 damage there, sorry.
He just has more removal in the form of counter magic, you know, and really Reanimator's going to have a hard time if, you know, you're dissipating and, you know, syncopating everything they're doing.
Yeah, they only have so many abrupt decays.
Yeah. And back in for 3. Rob goes down to 13.
Rob does have a dissipate in his hand.
Rob needs to have a Sphinx Revelation in his hand. Because John has what looks like a rewind and a couple other.
John will pay 2 life. Drop down to 18.
And Rob should be at 13.
Yep.
All it is he's drawing counter magic, so I feel like he's just going to get on top of Rob here. And I think you see 2 Snapcasters in his hand as well. So does he let the Angel come down and then Snapcaster back the Simic Charm for a +3/+3 after it blocks?
I don't know.
And then you have an extra 2 damage on the board for next turn.
It's like dissipate, right? Do believe so. Probably gonna meet a dissipate or a rewind. Well, John's not letting the rewind resolve. I can promise you that.
No. He's tapped out here.
There's syncopate options. There's what is that? A Texas negate. Snapcaster mage.
Yeah, he's about to get in for 3. All these counter spells are just crushing the Esper control deck.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you think about, like, control to me, whenever I was playing, like, you know, a long time ago, is, you know, who have the most counter spells. And modern control right now doesn't really have a ton of counter spells. It just beats you with Sphinx Revelation and card advantage. But John's deck is like kind of an homage to older, you know, stick a threat and just counter everything they do.
I like want to see John's deck play. There's a Shamble Shark that's the flash guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bam.
Oh, that is not bad. So we had a supreme verdict to get that token off the board because that 3/3 was just running amok, and it doesn't.
Put a Snapcaster on a Thought Scour. Drew a Cavern of Souls.
Wow. But he's got another Snapcaster.
And he think twice as.
I think I would have just. That was, though, on the end of Rob's turn. And Rob only has 1 card in hand. This looks like the game's kind of getting away from him. Another Thought Scour for John. And mills a land and a Delver and draws into a Think Twice. Looks like we had a Drown Yard go off. Which I don't know if John's upset about that or...
He'll be upset if the Pike gets milled.
Yeah. But there are 2 Pikes in the deck, and he's got a ton of digs still.
Hasn't one been dealt with already, though, if memory serves?
I don't think so. It might have. I don't remember.
John's
Gotta
gonna
imagine that.
John's gonna pay a little bit for not using that Cavern of Souls in his hand.
Yeah. I don't think there was any reason to just hold it back.
No. Not when you could make sure your counter spell's gonna hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So instead of having a guy, he has no guys.
Yep. But still some cards to draw. That looks like a Delver.
I'm going to check the life totals because we had a Devour Flesh go off. Here comes the Delver. And looks like no cards in hand for Rob. But anything can happen right now. A top deck Sphinx Revelation is just huge for Rob. But Rob's at 5 here. Untapping. And there's the Pike that got milled. Best card he could draw. Doesn't have too many turns to do it. So he just needs a Sphinx Revelation here, right?
Yeah. Does John have a threat? Yeah, oh yeah, the Delver slipping.
Delver slipping.
That's
And-
a spell rupture, it looks like.
Yep.
And Robert's got, what, one card in hand?
One card in hand.
Sphinx Revelation, how much is he going to do it for to leave himself not vulnerable to the counter in John's hand? Is Sphinx Revelation even an out?
Depending on what's in John's hand, or
This-
in Rob's hand right now.
In John's hand right now, we got Snapcaster Mage and Syncopate. So I think John's in a commanding position here.
And here's that Cavern of Souls that we thought he should have played a couple turns ago.
Yeah, he's not going to make the same mistake twice. It looks
No.
like he's going to make sure he gets the benefit from it.
And he didn't do it again.
He's still tapping.
Okay. Explaining that
Yep.
so he's got 3
And he's going to Simic Charm for game.
plus 3. And we know he's got the counter magic in hand, so. Oh, he looked like he was about to extend the handshake, and he went